On this trip around the county, we look into a student's business, a day in the life of internships, and we take an inside look into NHS's new Leo Club. All this and more on this trip around the county.
Welcome to Around the County. I'm Lexi Burgess.
And I'm Ben Heron. On Around the County, we introduce you to people you may not know and take you places you may never been.
For our first story today, it may seem difficult to start your own business, but for a teenager, it's unthinkable.
Producer Megan Ferguson takes you inside of a process of two young teenagers trying to chase their dreams.
Normally, as a 17 or 18-year-old, you have a traditional job such as retail or food. Teenagers go wherever they can make money. Two teenage boys broke out of the norm and created their own business. Drew Bullenbacher and Blake Braun created a shoe design business called Shoeshine Customs at the end of the 2015-16 school year. Drew and Blake love what they do, and they're very thrilled about how their business is thriving.
I like being on my own time and hanging out with my friends. You know, we built a really good bond, and we can just talk for hours about shoes.
Probably just doing it. I don't even know there's a specific part as much as there is just as a whole. It's just fun to do.
The normal cost of a shoe can range anywhere from $50 to $400. The most expensive shoes take a lot of time and preparation. When it comes to splitting the work, Drew normally takes the left shoe and Blake takes the right to start off, and then they trade sides to correct each other's work later on. From start to finish, a pair of shoes can take up to a week.
I'd say just when you start, we usually get a message about it. Someone has an inquiry, and from there we just kind of go and ask them what they kind of want with the shoe. We draw up a couple designs, send them back to them, and see which ones they like and if they want to tweak them at all. And from there, it's just talking about pricing, and then we just get into our work.
Yep, and then once we start the work, they'll drop the shoes off or send them to us, and then we have to acetone the finisher off, get down to the bare leather, and then start taking a leather paint to it, probably 4 or 5 coats, and then put a finisher back on it. It's that simple.
When the two created the business, they never dreamed of the amount of publicity they have received, and neither did their parents. Despite the oddity of their decision, their families are very supportive.
My mom thinks it's pretty cool.
I think it's actually an awesome idea because the painting idea, he has famous people come over to him.
They're really supportive. They were a little iffy at first, obviously, just because it was a private thing and I wasn't officially employed. But after some of the success she's seen and having famous people come to our house, she's a little bit more involved. She enjoys it and loves to see what we do.
Even after Drew graduates high school, the two plan to continue the business. They have huge plans of where they want to take it.
I'm going to Ball State for business entrepreneurship. That's the goal. And then Blake is going to do online school as graphic design. And then after about a year or two of being on campus, we're going to get an apartment off campus. He's going to work with his graphic design. I'm going to work with my business. We're going to combine them and keep spreading our art.
Either continue doing just customs or go in and do just full retail with it too. Would be cool.
Starting a business as a teenager is a challenging task, but Drew and Blake stepped up and took the challenge. They stepped out of their comfort zone and did the unthinkable for a teenager. The boys love every second of what they do. To keep up with them, follow them at shoe_shine_customs on Instagram, shoe_customs on Twitter, or subscribe to Shoeshine Customs on YouTube.
We're joined here in the studio with Drew Bullenbacher. Drew, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
So Drew, what's the hardest part about making a new shoe?
It's probably the planning. We have to sketch the shoe out on just pen and paper before and then send it to the customer, and then getting that approved is the hard part, just all the fine detail.
Now, how long is that process?
It takes us about a week to get a shoe done.
A week?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now with the business and everything, how many customers do you have currently?
Right now, customers, we have 5. We have MTV artist, we have a Boston Marathon runner, and then we also have a deal going with the American Cancer Society.
Who's your number one customer of all of those people?
A hip hop artist by the name of Kane Marco. He's based out of Louisville, and he's sponsored by MTV. So.
Is that like your biggest one? Is
Yeah.
he like the most popular?
Yeah,
too?
he's had our most orders. We've done 3 or 4 pairs for him.
Oh, that's cool.
So.
Can you see yourself making shoes the rest of your life?
Probably not the rest of my life, but definitely through college because I enjoyed doing it. But I definitely plan to stay in the business world, and then stuff with art and creativity and designing. So it may stay, but who knows?
Yeah. What is so rewarding about making these shoes?
Just that it's a one-of-one custom, and I get to meet some really cool people. I mean, that's the biggest thing, you know, having an MTV artist in your house is just kind of surreal.
Yeah.
So it's internally rewarding.
What has it taught you though, like through the process and everything?
Business, and it's taught me a lot of business, just like how to, you know, run all the numbers and, you know, how to treat clients, and the business etiquette is the main thing it's taught me.
What's your favorite part of this, the shoe process
Giving
and
them
everything
the shoe,
overall?
the final product, and giving it to them, because, you know, we mark up and paint the box and everything and really do it up for them. That's the biggest thing, is when they open it and seeing the look on their face.
Oh, that's nice.
And then seeing them wear it in public too. My buddy that I do it with, he works at Cabela's, and one of the clients came in, he was wearing one of the Star Wars pair we just did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was cool.
Do you ever wear your shoes too often?
I have worn my shoes, but I don't like to wear them much. I mean, they are durable, but I just don't wear them much.
How come?
I don't know, I don't really have an answer for that. I don't know, I could wear them more, I guess. But.
So, June, what does the future look like for you in the shoe business and stuff like that?
Well, I got accepted to Ball State in their business entrepreneurship program.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I'm looking to go, and so I'll use that as kind of a background for projects and things like that, and then whatever it turns into, it turns into. I can't predict it, but.
Do you have any future plans with it?
I would like to have like a retail store that sells streetwear and does custom work, yeah.
What got you into this?
I started like in 8th grade, I started buying like Supras. They were like really cheap shoes, but you could really stack them and collect them. I just like having a lot of shoes, and then I met a buddy that got into art, and I liked little like tattoo art, and so we just did a custom pair together, and it took off.
Took off from there?
Yeah.
No, how did you get in contact with MTV?
I was shopping at Aldi's with my parents, and there was a guy, he was wearing some high-top Air Force Ones, and I just walked up to him and said, you know, where'd you get them? Are they custom? And he got them in Louisville. And then he gave me his card, and he was an MTV artist, and he hit us up on Twitter the next day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, how does a guy like me get my own pair of your shoes?
Right now, we're working on having a website. It's a work in process, because everything really took off with the MTV artist.
Oh, yeah.
So we're trying to play catch up, but we are on all social media, like the basics, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. But we're working on Big Cartel and Etsy and things like that. So.
That is very cool, Drew. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Here. And that's it.
Finishing high school and entering the real world can seem scary for some people. At NHS, seniors are given the opportunity to experience the real world. Producer Maddie Neely takes us into student internships.
For the 5th year, most seniors at NHS are participating in an internship program to get more experience for their futures. Susan Warsema, internship coordinator, gives a brief description of the program.
These internships are just for seniors, so it's something that the students kind of build up to by the classes that they take leading into their senior year. They are the opportunity for students to go out in a career pathway where they think they have an interest, whether it be something that they want to study in college or something that they would, a job that they'd like to have right after high school.
For most students, they chose their internships based on their interests and certain career paths they have in mind.
My name is Chloe, and my internship is at St. Vincent Hospital.
I'm Ellie Van Buskirk, and I intern at the company in the VEX.
Many students graduate high school without an idea of what they'd like to do. Students in the internship program agree that these internships prepare them for their future.
I knew I wanted to try and do an internship, and since I'd like to go into something to film, I knew there wouldn't be a film internship around here, and that seemed the closest I could get to it.
I want to work in healthcare when I get older and when I graduate from high school, so this was just kind of to make sure and assure that I like working in a hospital in the hospital setting.
The internships at Noblesville are highly recommended by students and staff.
It's really easy for me to recommend these now because this is our 5th year of doing this, and I've been able to see the opportunities and experiences that students have had, and they're just about 100% positive. The kids enjoy it. They talk about, they do reflections and journals, and they talk about what a fantastic learning experience it's been for them and how nice it's been to be in a different situation around different adults and getting advice and learning from them.
I would definitely recommend doing an internship for several reasons. For one, I do think it's my funnest thing I get to do for school. I think it's more fun than any of my classes.
I would definitely recommend these internships to younger students just because you get to get out of school and be in the real world and do what you have wanted to do your whole life, and it's really fun. And I personally really enjoy it and look forward to it rather than just having another elective that I'm not really learning anything.
Also because obviously the experience for future jobs and stuff, experience is really important nowadays to get new jobs, and it's really hard to, as a high schooler, to find other ways to have experience, especially if you have a very specific thing you want to do.
The internship program at Noblesville High School has been found to be significantly beneficial to seniors planning for their future. For more information, contact the internship coordinator, Susan Worserma.
Recently, NHS supported a new club, a club that helps create a better environment around Noblesville. It's called the Leo Club. Learn more about the Leo Club through this inspiring story by Emily Higgins.
The Leo Club is a brand new club to NHS this school year. 20+ students have joined this group to try and make a difference in the community. With kind hearts and hope to help, step in on their inspiring journey.
I'm Alexa Baker. I'm the Leo Club president, and basically Leo Club is a service group that works on community service, obviously. It's a smaller form of the Lions Club. As of right now, we've put into action our backpack drive, I guess you could say. We're collecting backpacks for the homeless and going to be filling them with items that are essential for this winter for them to survive and make it through. We will be having a pancake breakfast October 29th. That will help us raise money for our group and to continue on helping out the community. Leo Club is more of a group project, and it's not just individual. Here we have ideas for community service. We actually are going to be doing group activities and accomplishing goals as an overall group.
The man in charge of supervising this group and making sure activities go smoothly is art teacher John Smith.
Hi, I'm Mr. Smith. I'm the Leo Club sponsor at the high school. I have a group of about 24 kids who are signed up for the Leo Club, and we're doing community service around Noblesville. Kids have gathered up book bags. They're putting things in them that homeless people downtown Indianapolis can use. We're going to get those to them. We just had last weekend 13 kids get in my little bitty Ranger truck, and we're in the homecoming parade, which was a lot of fun. It was too much weight for my Ranger truck, and my front wheels were barely touching half the trip, which was kind of scary. We're putting on a pancake breakfast October 29th, and the kids are selling tickets for that right now. That's going to give us a bunch of money. We hope to be able to help out some people with scholarship money, and then with the other money we're going to try to do some good in the community. So far it's been very positive. I'm having a good time with the kids. They seem like good kids, and they're working hard.
The Leo Club is full of hardworking students putting their hearts into planning activities and fundraisers to raise money to make a difference.
Hi, my name is Brandon Stewart, and I joined the Leo Club to have an impact in my community. I could describe the Leo Club in 3 words. I describe it as friendly, caring, and fun.
In particular, the Leo Club recently hosted a pancake breakfast in order to raise money for their next act of kindness, which is bringing Christmas presents to an entire family and to support their canned food drive and coat drive that is still in action. The Leo Club's purpose is to be the change in their community and school by being a positive influence at all times. With many plans ahead, the Leo Club's goal is to have an impact on people around town and to never stop helping others. Watch for these inspirational club members around your community and do what you can do to make a difference.
That's it for this episode of Around the County. I'm Lexi Burgess.
And I'm Ben Herod. Make sure you join us on next trip
Around the County.